Yeah, my head fell off my shoulder. Again, separated. I got back in my house, it's the first night.
Untrue.
That works.
Richard.
Last time.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Very good to see you all here for the official final press conference for what will be a big-time Major League bout of action here in the O2 Arena. As you can all see, the arena out here. And we appreciate you coming. Sometimes it's tough to get to this area with traffic and all that, but you've all turned out. Now, coming up next Saturday will be a World Heavyweight Championship contest. What's the best way to get the juices flowing, to get the fans interested in what's going to happen on March 31st in Cardiff? Well, promoter Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing, Sky Sport Boxing, and HBO came in on this too, and they decided to throw a big-time fight party Saturday before. And here to tell you all about it, because it's a great night tomorrow, Saturday night, from top to bottom. Here to tell you all about it, to start things off, Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing.
Thank you, Michael. It's fantastic to have you here. We always know we got a big night when you're in town. Welcome, everybody. It's a big night on Saturday, start of a big 2 weeks for British boxing, but this is all about Saturday night at the O2. As Michael said, a huge card from top to bottom and a very, very important heavyweight clash as well between Dillian Whyte and Browne for the WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship. Of course, we'll be live and exclusive as always on Sky Sports and also live on HBO Boxing across America and many other countries around the world. And thank you to our TV partners for their continued support. Like I said, a massive heavyweight clash between two giants. Dillian Whyte, #1 with the WBC, top 5 with virtually all governing bodies. Browne, former WBA world champion, undefeated, both looking to challenge for a world title in 2018. What a stage, what a platform to do it on as well. I've got to say this card is one that I'm very, very proud of, with two brilliant British title fights as well. Always difficult when you're representing both guys in the British title fights, but again, every competitor in the two British title fights is 100% dedicated and motivated and focused to win these fights, and they're so important for their career. First one, our chief sport bout, is the British and Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Championship between Frank Buglioni and Callum Johnson. Frank Buglioni is bidding to become the first man to win the Lonsdale belt outright, defeating undefeated fighters all throughout that procedure. And what a fight he has against the Commonwealth champion Callum Johnson. He's been a little bit inactive, but he's here, fresh and hungry, dangerous as well, and this is a great fight between two popular, young, talented light heavyweights that's going to really light up the O2. The British lightweight title is on the line. Lewis Ritson will be with us shortly. He's on a train down from Newcastle. He's looking to make a quick defence and try and move in his position to win the Lonsdale belt outright. The toughest fight of his career by a mile so far against Scotty Cardle, former British lightweight holder, who is desperate to regain that belt on Saturday night. I think it's a brilliant 50-50 fight, and one that I think is again going to light up O2 on Saturday night. Derek Chisora is on the card. Jamie Cox, who just challenged George Groves for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Anthony Fowler from the Rio Olympics. Chris Congo. Richard Riakapori. Louis Lin will make his debut as well on the card. Craig Richards returns to action. It's absolutely stacked from top to bottom. We're going to be hearing from all the fighters up here on the table shortly. Firstly, I'll pass over to our exclusive UK TV partner, Sky Sports, head of boxing, Adam Smith, to say a few words.
Thanks, Eddie. What an exciting time for British boxing. It really is. Someone a lot cleverer than me in the office called it the March of the Heavyweights. And of course, we saw the terrific fight in Brooklyn with Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. Now we've got this wonderful matchup with Dillian Whyte and Browne. And next week, we're all at the Principality for the big one with AJ and Parker. It's a fantastic time, not just for the heavyweights, but also for the whole of British boxing who want to be involved in these big fights. And I think what's great about this card is that you look at the top 3 fights and you really can't pick winners. It's a terrific one. I was just looking at the records. I think there's only 4 defeats between all 6 fighters. I don't know which one I'm looking forward to most. Lewis Ritson and Scott Cardle, who we've followed throughout his entire career. Frank Buglioni, we know all about him, so much experience, so much fitness, a terrific fighter. And Callum Johnson, who, you know, we expect big things from. It's really good. And then the main event, obviously, Whyte against Browne. Great to see Ricky here alongside me. We had so many wonderful nights on Sky with Ricky, and it's happening again. It's a halcyon period for boxing. We were fortunate to win an award on Tuesday night, and everybody there was talking about the renaissance of boxing, and I think we are really going through the highest period I can remember in a long time. So let's enjoy this Saturday. It's a great hors d'oeuvre for what will happen in Wales. We're on Facebook Live, I think, from 5:30, 7 o'clock. We've got Derek Chisora, Anthony Fowler. On we go live on Sky Sports. It's a great one the week before the big one, so enjoy it. And let's hope it's as good as it looks on paper.
Thank you, Adam. Here from a couple of young lions parading around the O2 on Saturday night. First, Chris, big stage for you and really approaching now the championship status in 2018 that you're craving.
Yeah, definitely. Just want to give a big shout out to you, Eddie, and obviously Dillian Whyte for getting me on the card. I've had 2 big cards so far. I had the one in Olympia with Chris Eubank, our boxer, he's undercard, and I had the one at Wembley. So this is a different scene. I've never boxed in the O2. Gives me a chance to get my experience under my belt, and obviously try get my round in. If the KO comes, it comes. If it don't, my aim is always to win round by round. And yeah, I'm sure you're going to see some explosive work from me come Saturday night.
You have a dangerous fight on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sergio Mbumbo, who we know has had big wins in his career, most recently against Temuka Mucha, who is looking to challenge for the British title. So this is, I think, the toughest fight of your career so far.
Definitely. We all know Serge, he's going to come to win. But you know my motto already. I already do my thing in the ring. I don't really speak me. I just go in there, do what I have to do. But as long as I get the win, which is the main thing.
Richard, welcome. I've heard a lot about you. Looking forward to watching you in action on Saturday. Dillian Whyte put you forward for this card. You spent many rounds sparring with him in camp for this fight as well. And the cruiserweight division red hot right now, domestically and internationally.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eddie, and a big thank you to Dillian Whyte for getting me on the card. You know, I've just been in the gym, just waiting patiently for my opportunity, and you know, here it is. I visualised this, and now we're here. So I'm just waiting to go out there, put in a brilliant performance. For those who don't know me, I've had 5 now, and 4 coming by the way of knockout. My last 4, known to be a powerful puncher. And I don't look for it. All I do is just go out there and box, and it just comes. So that's what we're just going to go do, and hopefully give everybody a good performance. Yeah, and this is a brilliant card anyway. There's so many amazing fights on the card. So I just want to get my job done and sit down and enjoy the boxing just like the fans.
Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night. Scotty, a big fight for you, and I think you've really got a bit between your teeth for this fight. I think everyone's talking about this as a potential show stealer on Saturday, and excited ahead of Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I've just been quietly working in the gym since late December, early January, so I think it's all worked out perfectly. I think the date's ideal. I'm feeling great, and I'm going into this fight a major underdog, so I'm quite happy with that as well. So yeah, like you said, I've got a bit between my teeth and I'm ready to go.
There was a lot of talk yesterday. I was talking to Rob McCracken yesterday about the odds for this fight. He couldn't believe it, having grown up with you on the GB squad as well. Obviously, Lewis Ritson looked great against Robbie Barrett. Joe Murray was a great performance. How well prepared Joe was, we don't know. But this is a completely different fight for Lewis Ritson on Saturday night.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think if you look back on both our last couple performances, I think that's what the odds are going off, because I haven't shone like the way I can really. So I think Saturday night's the night, and obviously coming back to O2 Arena where I won the British title in 2015, I think that's a good omen in itself, and I think that's what it's all good. It's all going to be down to at the end of this. I'm going to use my experience. I'm just going to be clever in that ring and get that belt back.
Finally on that, you've boxed here before, you've boxed at all the major stadiums across the UK as well. He hasn't. This is his first real time under the spotlight of his new status as British champion. How important do you think your experience is of boxing on these major shows going to be on Saturday?
I think it's a massive thing. I think Lewis is clever enough to not get over the top with it all. I think he'll soak it in as well. So I'm not expecting any difference from Lewis Ritson on the night. But I think with the experience that I've got from all these big shows and being in the arenas and things like that, I think it holds me in good stead. And obviously I'm going to soak it in like the way I always do. And I'm looking forward to the night, and I just can't wait to get back in that ring.
Good luck to you. Great fight, British Lightweight Championship. Lewis Ritson should be here shortly for one-on-ones as well. British and Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Championship fights. Callum Johnson, a fight that was supposed to take place on the Anthony Joshua card in October last year. Been a frustrating period for you. We've seen the evidence on social media in great shape, and people again talking about this as just a brilliant fight.
Yeah, it has been a frustrating time for me over the last year, you know, with a few injuries and that, but, you know, I've been in the gym, I've been working hard, you know, I'm ready to go Saturday night, and I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, everyone knows Frank Buglione, been in some great fights. You like to go in, entertain. We know you can punch very, very hard. How do you see the fight playing out on Saturday?
I think it'll be a great fight, you know, Frank comes to fight, I come to fight, you know, and I just feel I've got the tools to do the job on the night, and, you know, we'll find out on Saturday, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it. And Frank, I know how good Frank is, I know how strong he is, and how tough he is, you know, but I'm ready.
Do you think this fight goes 12 rounds?
I don't think it does, no. But I think it could do, but I think, you know, I think I will land a shot between the first and the 12th, and I do think I'll do him inside.
Frank, we know you love a challenge. Of course, this is for that Lonsdale belt outright, which we know is very important to you as well. And you've been through, you know, some experiences here. A great fight with, you know, Jose Burton, one of the fights of the year on the White Chisora card, and Joshua Molina card as well. Craig Richards, which was a last-minute replacement. Great fight here with Ricky Summers on July the 1st last year. Final piece of the jigsaw to win the belt outright on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I've worked very hard for this opportunity. So I'm very excited about cementing my name down in history and taking another undefeated record, which I'm getting accustomed to. So it's nice.
Obviously, again, people talking about this fight. Callum Johnson, a dangerous puncher, big opportunity for him. How do you see the fight playing out on Saturday?
I've been in with plenty of big punchers, in sparring, in fights, and I've never been dropped. So if he does something slightly different or slightly better, then it's yet to be seen. But my chin's been tested, and it's withheld. But can the same be for him?
You believe you get him out there inside the distance?
I do, yeah.
You do? Okay. Good, I can't wait for that fight. Two great lads, two great fighters, British and Commonwealth light heavyweight titles on the line. And now the big one, the main event. Like I said, I think outside of the World Heavyweight Championship matchups, this is the biggest, best and most important in the division right now. It's an absolute honour to have Ricky Hatton up here from Hatton Promotions, obviously Lucas Browne's promoter. And thank you to Ricky and Leon Margulis and Philip Fondue for making this fight and this deal. It's very hard to make these kind of fights when both guys have so much to lose. And what it means is everybody fancies they can win. So from their side to our side, to Dillian Whyte to Lucas Browne, we all believe we're going to win this fight on Saturday, and Ricky feels the same way about Lucas. Ricky, welcome, and a great arena, like you've boxed many times before, and I know you're buzzing for Saturday night as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what a great card that we've got here to watch, just on the undercard and the main event, and what a venue to match it. And the top of the bill, I think, is one of them where it's not really needed much selling, to be honest with you. I think the boys generally really don't like each other, so it's probably not needed as much selling as most, but it's a great heavyweight matchup. The boys have already proven themselves. As you know, Dillian has been in so many great matches. He's done number one WBC, and obviously Lucas was the former world heavyweight champion. So they've already made their own names, and rightly so. But I think it's when Adam mentioned about all the great heavyweight fights that have been up recently, and I think it's what is at the end of it, you know, is at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, is what's up for grabs for the two boys. So, well, as far as Lucas's preparations goes, you know, his sparring's been well in Australia. He's done wonderful sparring when he's come over here. Granted, he's not the same style as Dillian, but He got great experience sparring with Tyson Fury. You know, he sparred with Derek Chisora. He sparred with Nathan Gorman, a young heavyweight who was pretty nippy and very quick. You know, so he's you know, there's one thing when you go in there, you want to be able to look yourself in the mirror. You know, I've done the most I can possibly do. There's nothing I can do more, you know, in order to prepare myself the best I can do for this fight. And I think that's what Lucas has done, and I'm sure Dillian's done the same. If you want my personal opinion, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's, you know, I think it's anyone's fight. It's a great style of matches. You know, Lucas is a murderous puncher. You know, Dillian's been active a lot recently, where Lucas hasn't been that inactive, but Lucas has made up for it with the training camp that he's had, you know, so we're looking confident that hopefully Lucas can do it on the night, but it's a 50-50 fight, and I think it can't fail to be a good one, top and bottom.
People talk about that power of Lucas Browne. Do you think that could be the difference in this fight?
It could be the difference, but like we spoke on it with Rodney's trainer, and that's one thing having, you know, the first thing you're told when you walk through the boxing gym is don't look for the big punch because you never get it in. You know what I mean? And the punches that do get you, the punches you don't see. So that's what Lucas and Rodney have been working on in the training camp. I think that's what they're going to need. You know, it's not simply a case of landing one punch. You know, there's certain things you've got to do in order to get that punch in. So I think the boys have been working on it in the gym. And, you know, hopefully he can get it in. But there's certain things he's got to do in order to get it in. And that's what we've been working on in the training camp, yeah.
Thanks, Ricky. Rodney, let's bring you in. And we know you've worked very hard in this training camp. You've been over in the UK with plenty of time to spare. Couldn't have prepared any better for this fight, and a huge opportunity for Lucas Browne on Saturday night.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd just like to say thank you to you, Eddie, for giving us this opportunity, and thank you, the British media, for turning up. Yeah, our preparation's gone well. It's been a bit of an up and down as far as with jet lag and so forth, but we're over those little hurdles. We're there and we're ready to rock and roll on Saturday night.
How do you see the fight going out? Obviously, not going to give tactics away, but how do you see this playing out on Saturday? People are talking about Dillian Whyte's boxing ability, Lucas Browne's strength and punch power. What do you think will be the difference on Saturday?
Just from having a look at Dillian and how he's coming lighter than he ever has, I guess. He looks a bit more fitter, and for me, I think he's going to come out and box rather than try and look for the big punch. He's basically trying to play that role where he's going to move and box, but I think he's going to get caught. He'll get caught.
And again, the power of Lucas Browne, you feel it every day on the pad. We saw it at the workout as well. Enough to do the business on Saturday.
Yeah. But like I said, and true to what Ricky said, that it's not about having a power punch. It's about how you set that power punch up, and we've been working on that. Whether it's to be set up with the feet or set up with the hands, we're confident. We're confident.
Thanks, Rodney. Mark, it's been a good camp for you guys. Obviously, the first time in a while you've had an opponent, 10, 11 weeks out to focus on, and a big fight for the career of Dillian on Saturday night.
It's the biggest fight, you know, of his career because of what would be in front of him after this. But for me, since I've been with Dillian, this is the best shape ever, and there's more to come. There's more to come. See, experience-wise, and that he's getting more level-headed, if you know what I mean. He can't switch off. Can't switch off with his Caesar, but he's going to look good. I can promise you, he's going to look good, and we're going to be victorious.
People, I think, sometimes don't realise how much work Dillian Whyte puts in behind the scenes and in training camp. Really make sure that his preparation is first class for all fights now. And again, like I say, looks in great shape ahead of this fight.
Well, no, he's an incredible, you know, his work ethic is incredible. And you have to beg him to take the day off. And but he's probably the best fighter I've worked with work ethic-wise, if you know what I mean. And heart and determination, his skill set is second to none. None of you have seen it yet, you know. But hopefully you'll see it Saturday night. Well, not hopefully, you will see it Saturday night, and it's going to be a real showstopper for sure.
Lucas, welcome. Been following both of you guys on social media, and I think you've put in just the same amount of work as Dillian Whyte in this fight, a massive fight for your career. I know you're very excited to be here, to box at the O2, and looking forward to Saturday night.
Again, same as Rodney said, thank you very much for the opportunity. We've worked together for a few times now, and we've always been very well looked after, so thank you. I think everything's been said between myself and Dillian. I think, as people have said as well, we generally just don't like each other. So it's going to be an interesting fight, no matter how you look at it. So you can't really give away, what's going to happen, because you never know. One punch changes everything, sort of thing. I might do something different, he might do something different. So you can never really tell what's going to happen, but I guarantee it's going to be a great fight.
I said earlier on that it's unusual to get two fighters in this kind of position to fight each other with so much at stake. Do you feel that both your careers are on the line on Saturday in terms of challenging for the world heavyweight title?
I think so, yes. Unfortunately, I think it's a bit more for him because he does hold the belt, obviously. I'm chasing the belt, so I think the pressure's a little bit more on him, being his hometown and as well. But I think we're both in a very similar position in regards to moving forward, yeah.
I know you don't rely on the power and your boxing skills underrated as well, but do you think you take Dillian Whyte out inside the distance on Saturday night?
I believe so, yes. It's just a matter of time. Again, we'll see what he comes out with and see how I handle that and vice versa. But I believe it stops before the 12 rounds, yeah.
Dillian, a couple of days away now, all business for you. And build-up nearly done, weighing tomorrow obviously, and ready to go here. Your stomping ground, really, at the O2.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks everyone for coming out and stuff and showing all the support you guys done over the past few weeks. But yeah, I'm good. Training's been good. We cover every single angle, and I'm just glad that Browne's turned up. He's in shape. There's no issues. You know what I mean? He's happy. He's healthy. He looks quite trim as well and stuff. So yeah, I'm just not much to say really, is there?
Well, there is. I'll ask you a few more questions. The first one is people are talking about fights down the line. Obviously, the division's buzzing at the moment, and the potential fights out there. How important is it for you to get through this fight? Do you feel the pressure because of what's on the horizon through victory in this fight?
You know what? Every single fight in my career has been as important as this one because, as you guys know, I never had the promotion, the long amateur career. So I've been swimming against the wave my whole career, and I know every fight I have, if I lose them, I go 10 steps back and I have to come back again, So that pressure is always there to always make sure I go out, look good, try and win. And the main important is to pick up the W. So it's just another fight, to be honest. It's an important one, but I see it as just another fight. I got a strong guy in front of me, undefeated, credible opponent. After this fight, no one can say, oh, Dillian Whyte's this, Dillian Whyte's that. As Dillian Whyte's the man.
And finally, their team talked about they believe you're going to box in this fight. We know you can do both. We've seen it here at the arena before. Obviously, not going to give you game playing away, but how are you going to approach this fight? Do you look to outbox him over the distance or take him out?
Listen, this is boxing. People say this, they say that. They say, oh, you're going to box, you're going to come to fight, you're going to do this. And when they get there and it's a different story, then people change. So I don't listen to what people say. I just listen to what my coach says, listen to what my team says, and it's going to crack on. If he wants to box, we'll box. If he wants to fight, we'll fight. I might have to box fight him. So we'll see. He said it all depends on me, whether I cope with his power, this and the other. So we'll see. It's his fight to lose. I scorn to him, so we'll see.
And finally, live on Sky Sports on Saturday night, headlining at the main event.
Yeah.
And 9,000 in, live on HBO across America as well. It's a big night for Dillian Whyte. You talk about, you swam against the waves early on in your career, but, I know you've had some big nights, but this feels like a coming out night for Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, it's a big night. The night's based around me, and I'm grateful and thankful to Sky Sports Matchroom and my team for getting it all together. It's been a long, hard road to get here, and it's my time. I believe it's like everything in my career, my life led to this moment. I believe it's my time to shine now. Obviously, Luke Browne believes differently and whatever, but that's why we're gonna get in the ring Saturday and prove each other wrong.
Can't wait for that. It's a cracking main event. The WBC Silver Heavyweight Championship of the World. Two brilliant British title fights. Frank Buglioni against Callum Johnson. Sotti Cardle against Lewis Ritson. Derek Chisora as well, kicking off the live broadcast. Anthony Fowler, Jamie Cox, Richard Reakapori, Louis Lim making his debut, Chris Congo, Craig Richards. A stacked night of boxing. Doors will open from 5 p.m. and boxing starts just after that. Tomorrow, the weigh-in will be at 1 o'clock. At the Courthouse Hotel in Shoreditch. Everyone's welcome to come down there. We're going to have head-to-heads now with our championship fights up here, and the guys are going to be available for one-on-ones. Thank you for coming. Don't miss the action on Sky Sports and HBO on Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Zoom through all of it. Just follow it around.
Iris open. Is that torn in the way?
Craig.
Hey, you interrupt my live broadcast.
Just go check the timing. Yeah, that's fine. They love Dillian, I guess.
Of course they did. We're all organic now.
Not all rushing.
It was good.